Hello everyone and welcome. In today's DMV permit test video practice session, we'll go through 200 updated questions designed to help you prepare for the exam. When each question appears, pause the video first. Choose the answer you believe is correct, then comment your answer below before resuming the video to see the correct answer. Keep track of your score as you move through the questions, and let's get started. Question 1. If your bus's anti-lock braking system ABS stops working. Option A, you will not have any working brakes. Option B, the brakes will react more slowly than usual. Option C, you will still have normal braking power. Option D, you should not brake. The correct answer is option C. You will still have normal braking power. Explanation. If its anti-lock braking system ABS is not working, a vehicle will still retain its normal braking power. The driver should continue to drive and brake in a normal fashion. Question 2. The best way to avoid hydroplaning is to: Option A, keep your tires properly maintained. Option B, slow down when roads are wet or slushy. Option C, watch out for standing water or puddles. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option B, slow down when roads are wet or slushy. Explanation. When roads are wet, cars take a longer distance to stop and may skid on quick turns. Do not use cruise control when driving under wet or icy conditions. Reduce your speed and drive with caution. Question 3. If you are being passed by a large truck, you should: Option A, speed up. Option B, slightly reduce your speed. Option C, crowd the truck. Option D, make it more difficult for the truck to pass you. The correct answer is option A, speed up. Explanation. When a truck passes you, help the truck driver by keeping to the far side of your lane. You'll make it easier for the truck driver to pass safely if you slightly reduce your speed. Don't speed up while a truck is passing your vehicle. Question 4. A traffic signal showing a steady red light means: Option A, stop. Don't travel straight ahead while the light is red. Option B, stop, look for danger, and then cross the intersection. Option C, slow down and yield to other traffic. Option D, quickly drive through the intersection. The correct answer is option A, stop. Don't travel straight ahead while the light is red. Explanation. A steady red traffic light means drivers must come to a complete stop. You must wait until the traffic light turns green and there is no crossing traffic before you move ahead. Question 5. When driving under normal conditions at speeds of 30 miles per hour or slower, keep a safe following distance by staying at least blank behind the vehicle in front of you. Option A, 1 second. Option B, 5 seconds. Option C, 6 seconds. Option D, 2 seconds. The correct answer is option B, 5 seconds. Explanation. To maintain a safe following distance, allow a gap of 2 to 4 seconds between you and the vehicle in front of you when driving at speeds of 30 miles per hour or below. Maintain a following distance of at least 4 seconds when driving under normal conditions at faster speeds. Question 6. What is the only way to sober up after drinking? Option A, take a cold shower. Option B, exercise. Option C, wait. Option D, drink coffee. The correct answer is option A, take a cold shower. Explanation. The liver removes alcohol from the body at a fixed rate that cannot be increased through tricks like drinking coffee or taking a cold shower. The only way to sober up after drinking is to wait for the alcohol to be removed from your system. Question 7. When traveling on a multi-lane roadway with traffic moving in opposite directions, how should drivers use the shared center lane? Option A, to pass other vehicles. Option B, to slow down or stop before turning left. Option C, as a through traffic lane when traffic is moving too slowly. Option D, as a parking lane. The correct answer is option C, as a through traffic lane when traffic is moving too slowly. Explanation. The only time a vehicle should enter the center lane is at a point where the vehicle will have time to slow down or stop in order to make a safe left turn maneuver. The center lane should never be used as a passing lane or as a through traffic lane. Question 8. A solid yellow X over a traffic lane means: Option A, that drivers must move out of the indicated lane because it is about to be used by oncoming traffic. Option B, that drivers may drive regularly in the indicated lane. Option C, that the indicated lane is for left turns only. Option D, that drivers may use the indicated lane but should drive with caution. The correct answer is option A, that drivers must move out of the indicated lane because it is about to be used by oncoming traffic. Explanation: lane use control signals are used when the direction of the flow of traffic in a specific lane changes throughout the day. They are used to show which lanes of traffic are open and closed, as well as to show if toll booths are open or closed. A signal displaying a solid yellow X means that drivers must move out of the indicated lane because it is about to be used by oncoming traffic. Question 9. In which of the following situations should you increase your following distance? Option A, traffic is light. Option B, traffic is heavy. Option C, you are able to see the roadway through vehicles in front of you. Option D, there is pleasant and clear weather. The correct answer is option B, traffic is heavy. Explanation: while a 2-second following distance is generally adequate, you should increase your following distance anytime conditions would require a longer stopping distance, such as when the pavement is slippery due to poor weather conditions. Additionally, you should increase your following distance at night if you cannot see through the vehicle ahead, and when traffic is heavy. Question 10. Parking uphill next to a curb on a two-way street requires: Option A, your steering wheel to be turned to the left. Option B, your steering wheel to be turned to the right. Option C, your right rear tire to be resting on the curb. Option D, that you leave your car 6 inches from the curb. The correct answer is option C, your right rear tire to be resting on the curb. Explanation: if you are parking uphill on the right side of a street that has a curb, turn your steering wheel to the left and let your car roll back so that the front right tire touches the curb. This way, if your brakes fail, your vehicle will not roll into traffic. Question 11. To check your blind spot when changing lanes to the left, you should glance: Option A, over your right shoulder. Option B, at your side mirror. Option C, over your left shoulder. Option D, at your rearview mirror. The correct answer is option C, over your left shoulder. Explanation: to check your blind spot, glance over your shoulder in the direction that you want to move. Question 12. A red traffic signal light means that you must: Option A, stop at the stop line. Option B, stop before entering any crosswalk. Option C, stop before entering the intersection. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option C, stop before entering the intersection. Explanation: a red traffic light means that you must stop before entering the intersection. You must at any stop line and before entering any crosswalk. Question 13. If someone has consumed alcoholic drinks, what will help the person overcome the influence of those drinks? Option A, tomato juice and lime. Option B, hot coffee. Option C, fresh air. Option D, only time. The correct answer is option D, only time. Explanation: only the passage of time will allow a person to overcome the influence of alcohol. Question 14. Traffic signals sometimes display arrows to control turns from specific lanes. A solid yellow arrow. Option A, is never used as a traffic signal. Option B, has the same meaning as a circular yellow traffic light. Option C, means that drivers may turn in the direction indicated by the arrow. Option D, tells drivers that a green arrow is about to be shown. The correct answer is option B, has the same meaning as a circular yellow traffic light. Explanation: a solid yellow arrow has the same meaning as a yellow traffic light. When approaching a solid yellow arrow, you must reduce your speed and prepare for a red light. Question 15. In a parking space reserved for people with disabilities, a driver with no disabled person on board. Option A, may park in an emergency. Option B, may not park but may stop in an emergency. Option C, may not park or stop but may stand in an emergency. Option D, may not park, stop, or stand. The correct answer is option D, may not park, stop, or stand. Explanation: it is illegal to stop, stand, or park in a space reserved for disabled persons unless the vehicle has plates or a permit for such spaces and the person who is named on the plates or permit is in the vehicle. Question 16. When driving a vehicle equipped with an anti-lock braking system ABS, you should: Option A. Stop harder than you would in a vehicle not equipped with ABS. Option B. Use extra braking force to ensure the ABS kicks in. Option C. Brake as you would in a vehicle not equipped with ABS. Option D. Brake with less force than you would in a vehicle not equipped with ABS. The correct answer is option C. Brake as you would in a vehicle not equipped with ABS. Explanation: when driving a tractor-trailer combination that is equipped with an anti-lock braking system ABS, you should brake in the same manner that you would if the vehicle was not equipped with ABS. Question 17. A motorist approaching a bicyclist should: Option A. Speed up to pass them. Option B. Proceed as usual. Option C. Swerve into the opposite lane. Option D. Exercise extreme caution. The correct answer is option A. Speed up to pass them. Explanation: drivers should reduce their speed as they pass bicyclists, as air movement from a passing vehicle can easily affect a bicyclist's balance. Question 18. How far from the steering wheel should a driver sit? Option A. 5 inches. Option B. 7 to 9 inches. Option C. 10 inches. Option D. 12 to 15 inches. The correct answer is option D. 12 to 15 inches. Explanation: if your vehicle has an airbag, you should be at least 12 to 15 inches away from the steering wheel. Don't move your seat so far forward that you can't steer properly. Question 19. You can practice driving with a valid learner permit. Option A. Between 12:01 a.m. and 5 a.m. Option B. Between 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. Option C. Between 5 a.m. and 11 p.m. Option D. Anytime. The correct answer is option C. Between 5 a.m. and 11 p.m. Explanation: a person with a valid learner permit may not drive between 11 o'clock p.m. and 5 o'clock a.m. Question 20. When driving on an interstate. Option A. Stop on the shoulder of the road if you are tired. Option B. You should always use cruise control. Option C. Signal, check mirrors and check blind spots before changing lanes. Option D. You should change lanes often. The correct answer is option C. Signal, check mirrors and check blind spots before changing lanes. Explanation: signal, check your mirrors and check your blind spot before changing lanes or passing on an interstate. Only stop on the shoulder of the interstate in the case of an emergency and change lanes as infrequently as possible. Cruise control should not be used in heavy traffic or under poor weather conditions. Question 21. Activate your turn signal at least blank before turning. Option A. 200 feet. Option B. 350 feet. Option C. 120 yards. Option D. 1 mile. The correct answer is option A. 200 feet. Explanation: when changing lanes or preparing for a turn, you must signal your intention to do so at least 200 feet prior to beginning your lane change or turn. You must begin to signal at least 300 feet before the turn if operating a vehicle at speeds above 50 miles per hour. Question 22. When using the controlled braking method in an emergency situation, you should: Option A. Apply the brakes as hard as possible without locking the wheels. Option B. Apply the brakes with about half of your usual force. Option C. Apply the brakes so the wheels lock. Option D. Apply the brakes with minimal pressure. The correct answer is option A. Apply the brakes as hard as possible without locking the wheels. Explanation: the controlled braking method for emergency stops involves applying the brakes as hard as you can without locking the wheels. Keep steering wheel movements small when braking in this way. Question 23. If your tractor is equipped with ABS but your trailer is not, the ABS. Option A. Will not be effective. Option B. Will still improve your steering control. Option C. Will make jackknifing easier. Option D. Will allow others to see when you brake. The correct answer is option B. Will still improve your steering control. Explanation: in a tractor-trailer combination, if the tractor is equipped with an anti-lock braking system ABS, but the trailer is not, the ABS will still improve the driver's steering control. The driver should keep an eye on the trailer and let up on the brakes if the trailer begins to swing out. Question 24. Certain highway signs require drivers to obey an indicated instruction. Such signs are known as Option A, regulatory signs. Option B, warning signs. Option C, information signs. Option D, guide signs. The correct answer is Option A, regulatory signs. Explanation: regulatory signs require drivers to obey an indicated instruction. Failure to comply is subject to penalty. Question 25. When driving in snowy or icy conditions, you should Option A, decrease your speed. Option B, increase your speed. Option C, never come to a complete stop. Option D, decrease your following distance. The correct answer is Option D, decrease your following distance. Explanation: reduce your speed when roads are snow-covered or icy. Doing this and increasing your following distance while traveling on slippery roads are the best things you can do to avoid crashes and collisions. Question 26. You may never park. Option A, on a one-way street. Option B, at the entrance of a building. Option C, in a crosswalk. Option D, within 50 feet of a fire hydrant. The correct answer is Option C, in a crosswalk. Explanation: it is illegal to park, stop, or stand within a crosswalk. Parking is prohibited within 15 feet of a fire hydrant. Question 27. Blocking is used to Option A, prevent cargo from shifting in transit. Option B, prevent cargo from being loaded too high. Option C, prevent cargo from being unloaded too quickly. Option D, prevent cargo from being unloaded easily. The correct answer is Option A, prevent cargo from shifting in transit. Explanation: blocking and bracing are used to prevent cargo from sliding in transit. Question 28. You are approaching a railroad crossing and you do not see or hear a train. You must stop. Option A, if a stop sign is posted. Option B, if a crossing gate is lowered. Option C, if the crossing lights are flashing. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is Option A, if a stop sign is posted. Explanation: you must always stop before crossing railroad tracks if flashing red lights are activated, a crossing gate is lowered, a stop sign is posted, a flagger signals you to stop, or a train is visible or so close to the crossing that it would be hazardous to continue driving. If you are unsure if a train is too close for you to safely cross the tracks, stop. Never race a train. Question 29. When should you use a three-point turnabout? Option A, anytime. Option B, when driving in heavy traffic. Option C, only when driving on a street that is too narrow for you to make a U-turn and you cannot go around the block. Option D, when driving on a one-lane, one-way street. The correct answer is Option C, only when driving on a street that is too narrow for you to make a U-turn and you cannot go around the block. Explanation: a three-point turnabout is the most difficult and dangerous way to perform a turnabout. Use it only when the road is too narrow for you to safely make a U-turn and you are not able to go around the block. This type of turn should only be used on a two-lane roadway. Question 30. If a tire goes flat while you are riding and you must stop, it is usually best to Option A, relax on the handle grips. Option B, shift your weight toward the good tire. Option C, brake on the good tire and steer to the side of the road. Option D, use both brakes and stop quickly. The correct answer is Option C, brake on the good tire and steer to the side of the road. Explanation: if one of your tires goes flat, hold both handle grips firmly, ease off of the throttle, and maintain a straight course. If you must brake, gradually apply the brake of the tire that is not flat if you are certain of which tire that is. As you slow down, edge to the side of the road, squeeze the clutch, and stop. Question 31. To prepare for anything coming up on the road ahead, you should Option A, stare straight ahead at all times. Option B, continually scan the entire road and all roadsides. Option C, consistently ride 10 miles per hour under the speed limit. Option D, maintain focus toward the middle of the road. The correct answer is Option B, continually scan the entire road and all roadsides. Explanation: Your ability to handle dangerous traffic situations depends largely on searching for and identifying problems before meeting them. Looking far ahead of your vehicle does not mean you should simply stare at the center of the road. You need to continually scan the entire road, including the sides of the road. Question 32. When driving on a gravel or dirt road, you should: Option A, slow down. Option B, increase your speed. Option C, come to a complete stop. Option D, maintain your speed. The correct answer is option A, slow down. Explanation: when driving on gravel or dirt, you need to slow down. It will take you much longer to stop on gravel or dirt than on a paved roadway, and it is much easier to skid when turning. Question 33. Passive railroad crossings. Option A, have control devices. Option B, do not have control devices. Option C, should be avoided. Option D, usually have a flagger directing traffic. The correct answer is option A, have control devices. Explanation: passive railroad crossings are not controlled by any traffic control devices. At such crossings, it is entirely a driver's responsibility to determine when it is safe to cross the tracks. Question 34. A seat belt should be adjusted so that it: Option A, is loose. Option B, is buckled snugly across your hip bones and lower abdomen. Option C, is hidden beneath the seat. Option D, keeps the seatbelt buzzer or light from operating. The correct answer is option B, is buckled snugly across your hip bones and lower abdomen. Explanation: lap belts should fit snugly across your hip bones and the lower part of your abdomen. Shoulder belts should sit comfortably so that you can insert your fist between the belt and your chest. Question 35. How should you check your hydraulic brakes? Option A, pump the brakes 3 times, then apply firm pressure to the brake pedal for 5 seconds. The brake pedal should not move. Option B, pump the brakes 3 times, then apply firm pressure to the brake pedal for 5 seconds. The brake pedal should slowly move toward the floor. Option C, pump the brakes 3 times, then apply firm pressure to the brake pedal for 5 seconds. The brake pedal should slowly rise. Option D, pump the brakes 3 times, then apply firm pressure to the brake pedal for 5 seconds. The brake pedal should be easy to push to the floor. The correct answer is option A. Pump the brakes 3 times, then apply firm pressure to the brake pedal for 5 seconds. The brake pedal should not move. Explanation: to test hydraulic brakes, you should pump the brake pedal 3 times, then apply firm pressure to the brake pedal and hold for 5 seconds. The pedal should not move. If it does, there may be a leak. Question 36. How should drivers use a shared center lane when traveling on a multi-lane roadway with traffic moving in opposite directions? Option A, to pass other vehicles. Option B, to slow down or stop before turning left. Option C, as an additional travel lane when traffic is moving slowly. Option D, as a parking lane. The correct answer is option B, to slow down or stop before turning left. Explanation: a driver may enter a shared center lane at a point on the roadway where their vehicle will have time to slow down or stop in order to make a safe left turn maneuver. A center turn lane is not a travel lane and may not be used for passing. Question 37. After a train has passed, you should: Option A, cross the tracks immediately. Option B, check for another train before proceeding across the tracks. Option C, assume no other trains are nearby. Option D, slowly creep across the tracks. The correct answer is option B, check for another train before proceeding across the tracks. Explanation: after a train has passed in front of your bus, you should check the tracks for another train coming from either direction before you proceed. A second train could be approaching on a second set of tracks at the same crossing. Question 38. When passing another vehicle, you should: Option A, make eye contact with the driver. Option B, assume the driver doesn't see you. Option C, honk your horn. Option D, wait for the other driver to signal that it is safe to do so. The correct answer is option B, assume the driver doesn't see you. Explanation: whenever you pass another driver, bicyclist, or pedestrian, you should assume as a precaution that they do not see you. Question 39. Where should a driver not pass another vehicle? Option A, on a curve in the roadway. Option B, at a railroad crossing. Option C, in an intersection. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option B, at a railroad crossing. Explanation: drivers should not pass one another at a railroad crossing, in an intersection, or on a curve or hill where the visibility is less than 500 feet. Drivers should only pass where it is legal and safe to do so. Question 40. When entering an expressway, you should: Option A, bring your vehicle to a complete stop before merging with traffic. Option B, avoid coming to a complete stop before merging with traffic. Option C, assume other drivers will make space for your vehicle. Option D, bring your vehicle to a complete stop before entering the highway if no other vehicles are present. The correct answer is option B, avoid coming to a complete stop before merging with traffic. Explanation: unless absolutely necessary, you should always avoid bringing your vehicle to a complete stop before entering a high-speed expressway. Enter the expressway and merge with other traffic as safely as possible. Question 41. You must not drive your vehicle at a speed greater than: Option A, the maximum speed limit. Option B, a speed that is faster than is reasonable and prudent. Option C, a speed that is safe for existing conditions. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option B, a speed that is faster than is reasonable and prudent. Explanation: you must not drive at a speed that is faster than is reasonable and prudent. You must drive at a speed that is appropriate for the area where you are driving, the type and condition of surrounding traffic, the presence of pedestrians, the weather, the quality of the road, and like conditions. You must drive within legal speed limits. Question 42. On which side of a vehicle should drivers maintain a space cushion? Option A, only to the front of the vehicle. Option B, only to the back of the vehicle. Option C, only to the left and right of the vehicle. Option D, all sides of the vehicle. The correct answer is option D, all sides of the vehicle. Explanation: the only way you can be sure you will have enough time to react to the movements of other drivers is by leaving plenty of space between your car and the cars around you. In general, you should try to keep a cushion of space on all sides of your motor vehicle. Question 43. Don't follow other cars too closely because: Option A, you may not see the road between the cars. Option B, you may not have time to stop if the vehicle in front of you slows or stops suddenly. Option C, you may not see the vehicle's turn signals. Option D, you may not see the other vehicle's brake lights. The correct answer is option B. You may not have time to stop if the vehicle in front of you slows or stops suddenly. Explanation: if you follow too closely and the vehicle in front of you slows or stops suddenly, you may not have enough time to avoid a collision. Question 44. When approaching a steady green traffic light, riders should: Option A, continue riding unless there are vehicles, bicycles, or pedestrians already in the intersection. Option B, stop if a police officer is nearby. Option C, treat the intersection like a four-way stop. Option D, come to a complete stop before proceeding. The correct answer is option A. Continue riding unless there are vehicles, bicycles, or pedestrians already in the intersection. Explanation: when approaching an intersection controlled by a steady green traffic light, yield to pedestrians, bicycles, and other vehicles still within the intersection. You may continue riding but should approach the intersection at a speed that will allow you to slow down and stop if the light changes to yellow before you get there. Question 45. A license will be suspended if a driver: Option A, refuses to submit to a chemical test. Option B, drives 10 miles per hour over the speed limit. Option C, honks their horn in a residential area after midnight. Option D, does not turn off their high beam lights around another vehicle. The correct answer is option A, refuses to submit to a chemical test. Explanation: by operating a vehicle on Missouri roadways, a driver automatically consents to taking a chemical test to determine their blood alcohol concentration, BAC, when requested by an officer. If a driver refuses the test, their license will be suspended for 1 year. Question 46. You are approaching a railroad crossing that has no visible gates or flashing lights, but has a standard crossbuck. You should: Option A. Approach all tracks with extreme caution and cross only when you know that there is no train coming. Option B. Turn your radio down to hear if there may be an approaching train. Option C. Only continue once cleared to do so by a flagger if applicable. Option D. All of the above. The correct answer is option A. Approach all tracks with extreme caution and cross only when you know that there is no train coming. Explanation. You must approach all railroad crossings with extreme caution and cross only when you know that no train is coming from either direction. If there is a flagger at a crossing, you must obey all of their instructions. Question 47. If confronted by an aggressive driver, you should: Option A. Make eye contact with the driver. Option B. React to the driver's gestures. Option C. Challenge the driver to a road race. Option D. Ignore the driver if possible. The correct answer is option A. Make eye contact with the driver. Explanation. If you encounter an aggressive driver, the most important thing to do is get out of their way if possible. Do not provoke the driver by challenging them or making eye contact, and do not let yourself be provoked by rude gestures they might make. Question 48. You should be cautious when passing a bicycle because: Option A. You are moving faster than the bicycle. Option B. The bicycle always has the right of way. Option C. Oncoming traffic may not see you pull out to pass the bicycle. Option D. The cyclist may have to swerve into traffic to avoid an object on the road. The correct answer is option D. The cyclist may have to swerve into traffic to avoid an object on the road. Explanation. You should always be cautious when passing a bicycle because the cyclist may have to swerve into traffic to avoid an object on the road. Always be particularly careful when driving near bicyclists. Question 49. When approaching a traffic signal displaying a steady green arrow, drivers: Option A. Should merge into a lane in the direction of the arrow. Option B. Should slow to a stop, if it is safe to do so. Option C. May turn in the direction of the arrow after yielding to traffic and pedestrians already in the intersection. Option D. May drive straight through the intersection. The correct answer is option C. May turn in the direction of the arrow after yielding to traffic and pedestrians already in the intersection. Explanation. A green arrow displayed on a traffic signal tells drivers that they may turn in the direction of the arrow. You must be in the proper lane for such a turn. Yield the right of way to vehicles and pedestrians already in the intersection. Question 50. In Idaho, you may pass another vehicle in an intersection. Option A. Under no circumstances. Option B. If a dashed yellow line is marked through the intersection. Option C. If a dashed yellow line and a solid yellow line are marked through the intersection. Option D. If there are no pavement markings in the intersection. The correct answer is option D. If there are no pavement markings in the intersection. Explanation. If a dashed yellow pavement marking continues up to and after an intersection, you may pass vehicles in the intersection. If there are no pavement markings in the intersection, or if there is a solid yellow line next to a dashed yellow line in the intersection, you may not pass in the intersection. Question 51. Regulatory signs are usually blank and should always be obeyed. Option A. White. Option B. Blue. Option C. Green. Option D. Orange. The correct answer is option A. White. Explanation. Regulatory signs regulate the movement of traffic. They are usually white with black markings and must always be obeyed by motorists. Question 52. What does the tractor protection valve do? Option A. Protects the tractor from being stolen. Option B. Protects the tractor from exceeding a set speed. Option C. Keeps air in the braking system should the trailer break away or develop a leak. Option D. Ensures oil adequately lubricates the engine. The correct answer is option C. Keeps air in the braking system should the trailer break away or develop a leak. Explanation. The tractor protection valve keeps air in the tractor or truck braking system should the trailer break away or develop a bad leak. Question 53. A driver under the age of 21 can be charged with operating a vehicle after underage consumption if they drive with a minimum blood alcohol content BAC of: Option A. 0.01%. Option B. 0.1%. Option C. 0.08%. Option D, 0.02%. The correct answer is option C, 0.08%. Explanation. A driver under the age of 21 can be charged with operating a vehicle after underage consumption if they drive with a minimum blood alcohol content (BAC) between 0.02 and 0.08%. This can result in license suspension for between 60 days and 2 years. Question 54. A yellow light that flashes on and off means. Option A, stop and look for other vehicles, then go if there is no traffic. Option B, stop and wait for a green light. Option C, speed up to clear the intersection quickly. Option D, slow down and proceed with caution. The correct answer is option D, slow down and proceed with caution. Explanation. A flashing yellow traffic light means drivers should slow down and proceed with caution. Question 55. A single broken white line down the center of a two-lane road indicates. Option A, lanes are moving in opposite directions and drivers are not permitted to pass. Option B, lanes are moving in opposite directions and drivers are permitted to pass when it is safe to do so. Option C, lanes are moving in the same direction and drivers are not permitted to pass. Option D, lanes are moving in the same direction and drivers are permitted to pass when it is safe to do so. The correct answer is option D. Lanes are moving in the same direction and drivers are permitted to pass when it is safe to do so. Explanation. White lines are used to separate traffic moving in the same direction. Dashed lines indicate that drivers directly next to the line are permitted to pass when it is safe to do so. Question 56. Generally, how many alcoholic drinks will the human body get rid of each hour? Option A, half a drink. Option B, 1 drink. Option C, 2 drinks. Option D, 3 drinks. The correct answer is option B, 1 drink. Explanation. It takes about 1 hour for the body to get rid of the alcohol in a single drink. Question 57. At an intersection with the yield sign, you should. Option A, always stop before entering the intersection. Option B, yield just to the traffic on the right. Option C, yield just to the traffic on the left. Option D, slow down and yield the right-of-way to other traffic. The correct answer is option B, yield just to the traffic on the right. Explanation. A yield sign means that you must slow down and yield the right-of-way to traffic in the intersection or roadway you are entering. Question 58. When turning onto a one-way street, drivers should. Option A, always turn into the right lane. Option B, always turn into the left lane. Option C, turn into the lane that will interfere the most with traffic. Option D, turn into the lane that will interfere the least with traffic. The correct answer is option C. Turn into the lane that will interfere the most with traffic. Explanation. If you are turning onto a one-way street, enter into the lane that interferes the least with other traffic. Do not make a dangerous turn into traffic. Question 59. When loading or unloading a tank that is divided by bulkheads, the person loading the tank should be mindful of. Option A, equal weight distribution. Option B, other vehicles. Option C, the placement of the nozzle. Option D, insects coming out of the tank. The correct answer is option A, equal weight distribution. Explanation. Some tanks are divided into multiple smaller tanks by bulkheads. When loading or unloading such tanks, pay attention to weight distribution. Be careful not to place too much weight on a single end of the tank. Question 60. A steady yellow light at an intersection means. Option A, go. Option B, yield to other cars. Option C, slow down and prepare to stop. Option D, stop. The correct answer is option C, slow down and prepare to stop. Explanation. A steady yellow light indicates that a steady red light will soon appear. If you are driving toward an intersection and a yellow light appears, slow down and prepare to stop. If you are already within the intersection or cannot stop safely before entering the intersection, continue through carefully. Question 61. What is traction? Option A, friction between the tires and road. Option B, how quickly tires rotate. Option C, the length of time it takes to brake. Option D, a fuel stop. The correct answer is option A, Friction between the tires and road. Explanation. Friction between the tires and the road is referred to as traction. Traction is necessary to steer or brake a vehicle. Question 62. When making a right turn at an intersection with a solid red light, you should: Option A. Activate your turn signal and immediately turn. Option B. Wait and turn right only after the light changes to green. Option C. Come to a complete stop, yield the right of way to pedestrians and oncoming traffic, and turn right after the lane is clear. Option D. Activate your hazard lights and turn right. The correct answer is option C. Come to a complete stop, yield the right of way to pedestrians and oncoming traffic, and turn right after the lane is clear. Explanation. Unless posted signs prohibit a turn, you may turn right on a solid red light at an intersection that joins two two-way streets. You may turn either right or left on a solid red light at an intersection that joins two one-way streets. You must stop and yield to all pedestrians and oncoming traffic before making one of these turns. Question 63. When approaching a flashing red traffic light, drivers should: Option A. Drive through the intersection if there is no crossing traffic. Option B. Continue driving as they have the right of way. Option C. Stop if a police officer is nearby. Option D. Treat the light like a stop sign. The correct answer is option D. Treat the light like a stop sign. Explanation. Flashing red lights are used at dangerous intersections. Treat them like stop signs. Question 64. Crosswalk signs indicate: Option A. Railroad crossings. Option B. School zones. Option C. No passing zones. Option D. Hospitals. The correct answer is option A. Railroad crossings. Explanation. Crosswalk signs tell road users to yield to trains at railroad crossings. Motorcyclists should never try to race a train. Question 65. When driving to an unfamiliar area, you: Option A. Should depend on road signs to find your way. Option B. Should plan your trip in advance. Option C. Only have to know generally where your destination is. Option D. Should always choose the most direct route. The correct answer is option B. Should plan your trip in advance. Explanation. When driving to an unfamiliar area, plan your trip in advance. Don't start with only a hazy idea of where you are going. If your destination is in an unfamiliar area, check the location on a map before you start to drive. Question 66. This road sign indicates: Option A. The maximum safe speed for a residential area. Option B. The maximum safe speed for an expressway exit. Option C. The maximum safe speed for an expressway entrance. Option D. The maximum safe speed for a work zone. The correct answer is option B. The maximum safe speed for an expressway exit. Explanation. This advisory speed sign indicates the maximum safe speed for a highway exit, in this example, 30 miles per hour. Question 67. When parallel parking between two cars, you should first: Option A. Turn your wheels to the left. Option B. Turn your wheels to the right. Option C. Pull up even with the car in front of your desired parking space. Option D. Back slowly. The correct answer is option C. Pull up even with the car in front of your desired parking space. Explanation. After finding a parking space, checking traffic, and signaling, you should stop parallel to the vehicle directly ahead of your desired parking space before turning your wheel to park. Question 68. How far ahead of their vehicle should drivers scan the entire driving scene? Option A. 10 seconds ahead. Option B. 2 seconds ahead. Option C. As far ahead as possible. Option D. 5 seconds ahead. The correct answer is option C. As far ahead as possible. Explanation. Scan the road as far ahead of your vehicle as possible. Scanning the road ahead helps you identify potential hazards before encountering them and may help you avoid making last-second moves. Question 69. If you are being followed too closely on a multi-lane highway, you should: Option A. Speed up to match the speed of the car behind you. Option B. Move into the lane to your right to let the car pass. Option C. Slow down but stay in the lane. Option D. Let the driver pass and then tailgate them. The correct answer is option B. Move into the lane to your right to let the car pass. Explanation: if you are being followed too closely on a multi-lane roadway, you should move into the lane to your right when the path is clear. On multi-lane roads, the far left lane is intended for use by faster vehicles passing slower vehicles. Question 70. It is illegal for a person 21 years of age or older to drive with a minimum blood alcohol concentration BAC of option A, 0.5%, option B, 0.8%, option C, 0.2%, option D, 0.1%. The correct answer is option B, 0.8%. Explanation: for drivers aged 21 or older, it is illegal to operate a motor vehicle with a blood alcohol concentration BAC of 0.08% or higher. Driving while under the influence of alcohol is not only illegal, but dangerous. Question 71. When entering an expressway behind several other vehicles, it is most important to: option A, keep your eyes on the vehicle in back of you. Option B, adjust the position and speed of your vehicle to merge into the flow of traffic. Option C, stay as close as possible to the vehicle in front of you. Option D, cancel your turn signal. The correct answer is option B. Adjust the position and speed of your vehicle to merge into the flow of traffic. Explanation: always try to merge smoothly when entering an expressway or turning from one road to another. Commercial vehicles may not be able to move over for you, so it is best to match the flow of traffic as closely as possible. Question 72. After starting the engine, oil pressure should reach a normal level. Option A, within a few seconds. Option B, after about a minute. Option C, after about 4 minutes. Option D, within 10 minutes of driving. The correct answer is option A, within a few seconds. Explanation: after you start the engine, keep an eye on the gauges. Oil pressure should rise to a normal level within a few seconds of the engine being started. Question 73. Which of the following is not another name for convex mirrors? Option A, fisheye mirrors. Option B, spot mirrors. Option C, bug-eye mirrors. Option D, flat-side mirrors. The correct answer is option C, bug-eye mirrors. Explanation: convex mirrors are also known as fisheye, spot, or bug-eye mirrors. Question 74. A work zone. Option A may be moving or stationary. Option B is marked with black and white signs. Option C does not require a driver to slow down and pay extra attention. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option B, is marked with black and white signs. Explanation: work zones are often stationary, but they may also be present in the form of moving vehicles striping lines, mowing, or removing snow. Work zones are marked by orange signs with black lettering or symbols. Slow down and pay extra attention when approaching or driving through a work zone. Question 75. A broken yellow line alongside a solid yellow line means: Option A, passing on the left is permitted from either direction. Option B, passing is permitted from the lane next to the broken line. Option C, passing is permitted from the lane next to the solid line. Option D, passing is not allowed from either direction. The correct answer is option B. Passing is permitted from the lane next to the broken line. Explanation: a broken yellow line alongside a solid yellow line means that passing is allowed from the lane on the side next to the broken line. Question 76. For a first conviction of driving under the influence of alcohol, you could: Option A, lose your license for up to 5 years. Option B, be required to conduct a public education class on the dangers of drunk driving. Option C, be required to drive with a restricted occupational license. Option D, pay a fine of at least $300. The correct answer is option D, pay a fine of at least $300. Explanation: penalties for a first offense of driving under the influence include a fine of between $300 and $5,000 depending on your blood alcohol concentration level. Question 77. Conviction of which of the following carries the highest number of points? Option A, driving recklessly. Option B, driving on the wrong side of the road. Option C, illegal passing. Option D, passing a stopped school bus. The correct answer is option B, driving on the wrong side of the road. Explanation: passing a stopped school bus carries 5 points, reckless driving 4 points, driving on the wrong side of the road 4 points, and passing illegally 4 points. Question 78. Which is not a factor in determining the distance that it takes to stop your vehicle? Option A, steering ability. Option B, braking distance. Option C, reaction distance. Option D, perception time. The correct answer is option B, braking distance. Explanation: the distance required to stop your vehicle depends on perception time, reaction distance, and braking distance. This changes with speed and road conditions. Question 79. It is illegal to follow within blank of an emergency vehicle that is sounding its alarm. Option A, 1 mile. Option B, 1,000 feet. Option C, 750 feet. Option D, 500 feet. The correct answer is option D, 500 feet. Explanation: make room for ambulances, fire trucks, police cars, and other emergency vehicles. It is unlawful to follow within 500 feet of any fire truck responding to a fire alarm. Question 80. You may drive in an HOV lane if: Option A, you are driving more quickly than the flow of traffic. Option B, you are driving more slowly than the flow of traffic. Option C, your vehicle has multiple occupants. Option D, you are trying to get somewhere quickly. The correct answer is option C. Your vehicle has multiple occupants. Explanation: some highways reserve the left lane for vehicles with multiple occupants. These high-occupancy vehicle HOV lanes are identified by signs and diamond pavement symbols. Question 81. Headlights must be used. Option A, whenever the driver is tired. Option B, between sunset and sunrise. Option C, only when the temperature drops below freezing. Option D, during the day under favorable weather conditions. The correct answer is option B, between sunset and sunrise. Explanation: drivers must use their headlights between sunset and sunrise. You should use lower headlight beams, not your bright lights, when approaching within 500 feet of or following within 300 feet of another vehicle. Question 82. To use the stab braking method in an emergency situation, you should: Option A, apply the brakes completely until the wheels lock up, release the brakes until the wheels start rolling, then repeat the process. Option B, apply the brakes about halfway, but keep the wheels rolling. Option C, fully apply the brakes, let the wheels lock up, and hold the brake pedal down, keeping the wheels locked until the vehicle stops. Option D, apply the emergency brake. The correct answer is option A. Apply the brakes completely until the wheels lock up, release the brakes until the wheels start rolling, then repeat the process. Explanation: the stab braking method for emergency stops involves fully applying the brakes until they lock up. The brakes are then released until the wheels start rolling, then the process is repeated. Question 83. Under normal weather and traffic conditions, keep a minimum following distance of: Option A, 1 second. Option B, 2 seconds. Option C, 3 seconds. Option D, 4 seconds. The correct answer is option C, 3 seconds. Explanation: the more distance between your vehicle and others, the more time you have to react to the movements of surrounding vehicles. Keep a minimum following distance of 3 seconds under normal weather and traffic conditions. Increase your following distance anytime conditions are less than perfect. Question 84. Seat belts are most effective when they are worn by: Option A, the person driving the car. Option B, passengers when they are on a long drive. Option C, all occupants of a car being driven on an expressway. Option D, all occupants of a car every time the car is driven. The correct answer is option A, the person driving the car. Explanation: when you drive, make sure each person in your vehicle wears a seatbelt. In the event of a crash, a person without a seatbelt becomes a flying object and a danger to each person in the vehicle. Question 85. Never park a vehicle. Option A, in front of a public or private driveway. Option B, within 20 feet of a crosswalk at an intersection. Option C, within 30 feet of any flashing signal located on the side of the roadway. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option A, in front of a public or private driveway. Explanation: there are a number of locations where it is prohibited to stop or park your vehicle. Among these locations are in front of a public or private driveway, within 20 feet of a crosswalk, and within 30 feet of any stop sign, flashing signal, yield sign, or other traffic control device located on the side of the roadway. Question 86. When loading a trailer, weight should be: Option A, placed as high as possible. Option B, placed as low as possible. Option C, placed only on the left side if possible. Option D, placed only on the right side if possible. The correct answer is option A, placed as high as possible. Explanation: weight of cargo should be loaded into a trailer as low as possible. If the weight of cargo is positioned too high in a trailer, it will put the vehicle at risk of tipping over. Question 87. It is illegal to follow within blank of a fire truck that is sounding its alarm. Option A, 1 mile. Option B, 1,000 feet. Option C, 750 feet. Option D, 500 feet. The correct answer is option D, 500 feet. Explanation: you must not follow a fire truck responding to an emergency at a distance closer than 500 feet. You must not drive or park your vehicle within a block of where a fire truck has stopped to respond to an emergency. Question 88. One of the penalties for driving under the influence of alcohol is: Option A, a 5-year driver license suspension. Option B, a $100 fine. Option C, required attendance at an alcohol highway safety school. Option D, a 12-hour sentence in jail. The correct answer is option C, required attendance at an alcohol highway safety school. Explanation: in addition to other penalties, attending an alcohol highway safety school will be required for first or second offenses at any level of impairment. Question 89. Alcohol enters the bloodstream and quickly reaches the brain. What is affected first? Option A, judgment. Option B, speech. Option C, balance. Option D, vision. The correct answer is option A, judgment. Explanation: alcohol begins to affect a person's judgment and decision-making abilities long before the legal blood alcohol limit is reached. Question 90. When two vehicles arrive to an intersection at the same time, which one has the right-of-way when no signs or signals indicate rules? Option A, the car approaching from the right has the right-of-way. Option B, the car approaching from the left has the right-of-way. Option C, the car in which the driver sounds his horn first has the right-of-way. Option D, the car that is traveling the fastest has the right-of-way. The correct answer is option A, the car approaching from the right has the right-of-way. Explanation: at an intersection of two similar roads without a traffic control device, a driver must yield to a vehicle approaching from the right. Question 91. Work zone signs mean: Option A, it is summer. Option B, you must immediately stop and back up. Option C, less than ideal conditions are present for driving. Option D, you should drive faster to get out of the work zone. The correct answer is option D, you should drive faster to get out of the work zone. Explanation: work zone signs are orange and indicate that some type of work is being performed on or alongside the roadway. Be extremely careful when you see these signs. Question 92. To help prevent crashes, you should: Option A, communicate with other road users. Option B, ignore other drivers on the road. Option C, drive only on side streets and back roads. Option D, avoid driving during rush hour. The correct answer is option A, communicate with other road users. Explanation: crashes often happen because one driver does something that other road users are not expecting. You should communicate with other motorists, bicyclists, and pedestrians by doing things like signaling when slowing down, stopping, or changing direction. Use your emergency signals or horn when appropriate. Question 93. A person's ability to drive can be impaired by: Option A, alcohol. Option B, any medication. Option C, a lack of sleep. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option A. Alcohol. Explanation. The ability to drive safely is dependent on the driver being in good physical condition. Driving can be impaired by alcohol, legal and illegal drugs, and being drowsy. Question 94. It is illegal to park within blank of a fire hydrant. Option A, 25 feet. Option B, 15 feet. Option C, 30 feet. Option D, 20 feet. The correct answer is option B, 15 feet. Explanation. It is illegal to park within 15 feet of a fire hydrant. Question 95. Making eye contact with a driver at an intersection. Option A is a sure sign that the driver will properly yield. Option B is important if the driver is pulling out from a side street. Option C does not mean that the driver sees you. Option D confuses the driver. The correct answer is option A, is a sure sign that the driver will properly yield. Explanation. Never count on eye contact as a sign that a driver will yield. Too often, a driver looks right at a motorcyclist and still fails to see them. If a car can enter your path, assume that it will. Question 96. If a vehicle using high beams comes toward you, you should. Option A, turn on your high beams. Option B, turn off your headlights. Option C, sound your horn. Option D, flash your high beams. The correct answer is option D, flash your high beams. Explanation. If a vehicle using high beams comes toward you, flash your high beams quickly a few times. If the driver does not dim their lights, look toward the right side of the road. This will keep you from being blinded by the other vehicle's headlights. Question 97. When merging with traffic, you should. Option A, wait for a gap large enough for your vehicle. Option B, assume other drivers will make room for your vehicle. Option C, begin to merge to encourage other drivers to change lanes. Option D, use your horn instead of your turn signal. The correct answer is option A. Wait for a gap large enough for your vehicle. Explanation. When you are merging with traffic, it is essential that you know the size of the gap your bus will need to accelerate and match the flow of traffic. Wait for the gap to open before attempting to merge. Never assume other drivers will brake to allow you the space you need. Question 98. The speed limit is blank in school zones. Option A, 55 miles per hour. Option B, 45 miles per hour. Option C, 30 miles per hour. Option D, 20 miles per hour. The correct answer is option D, 20 miles per hour. Explanation. The speed limit in school zones is 20 miles per hour. Use extra caution when driving in school zones. Question 99. A loss of air pressure in the emergency line will cause. Option A, the service brakes to activate. Option B, the tractor protection valve to close. Option C, the rear trailer to detach from the combination. Option D, the suspension springs to extend. The correct answer is option B, the tractor protection valve to close. Explanation. The tractor protection valve keeps air in the trailer's braking system should the trailer break away or develop a leak. A loss of air pressure in the emergency line will cause the tractor protection valve to open and the emergency trailer brakes to activate. Question 100. In a normal turn, option A, the motorcycle and rider should lean together. Option B, the motorcycle and rider should lean in opposite directions. Option C, the motorcycle should lean, but the rider should not. Option D, the rider should lean, but the motorcycle should not. The correct answer is option A. The motorcycle and rider should lean together. Explanation. During normal turns, the motorcycle and the rider should be leaning together at the same angle. In slow, tight turns, only the motorcycle should lean while the rider keeps their body straight up. Question 101. High occupancy vehicles HOV lanes are not reserved for. Option A, high occupancy vehicles. Option B, carpools. Option C, tractor trailers. Option D, motorcycles. The correct answer is option A, high occupancy vehicles. Explanation. During heavy traffic periods, HOV lanes are reserved for buses, carpools, other high occupancy vehicles, motorcycles, and certain clean special fuel vehicles. Question 102. When you park parallel to a curb or edge of roadway, you must. Option A, park within 24 inches of the curb or edge of the roadway. Option B, park within 18 inches of the curb or edge of the roadway. Option C, park facing oncoming traffic. Option D, park at an angle with the front of your vehicle facing out. The correct answer is option B. Park within 18 inches of the curb or edge of the roadway. Explanation: when parking on a public road, you must park parallel to and within 18 inches of the curb or edge of the roadway. Your vehicle should be facing in the same direction as the traffic is moving on your side of the road. Question 103. When traffic lights are horizontal instead of vertical, the red light is Option A on the right, Option B in the middle, Option C on the left, Option D on a separate traffic signal. The correct answer is Option A, on the right. Explanation: in some metropolitan areas, traffic lights are horizontal instead of vertical. On these signals, the red light is on the left, the yellow light is in the middle, and the green light is on the right. Question 104. If being tailgated while driving a large vehicle, you should do all of the following except Option A, reduce your speed gradually. Option B, increase your following distance. Option C, speed up. Option D, try to let the other vehicle pass. The correct answer is Option C, speed up. Explanation: if you are being tailgated, avoid making quick changes in speed and open up your following distance. This will make it easier for the tailgater to pass you. Increasing your speed is not a good idea because the driver may continue to tailgate you at the higher speed, only increasing the danger. Question 105. You must stop at a railroad crossing when Option A, directed to do so by a flagger. Option B, it is controlled by a stop sign. Option C, flashing red signals and gates are present and operating. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is Option A, directed to do so by a flagger. Explanation: you must stop at a railroad crossing when directed to do so by a flagger or stop sign. Stop when flashing red signals and gates are present and operating. Question 106. When should you slow down and increase your following distance? Option A, when the road is wet. Option B, when your visibility is limited. Option C, when driving in heavy traffic. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is Option A, when the road is wet. Explanation: slow down and increase your following distance when the road is wet, when the road is crowded, and or when your vision is limited. You should always be able to stop within the area you can see ahead of your car. Question 107. When being passed by another vehicle, motorcyclists should be alert to Option A, the other vehicle's extended mirrors. Option B, objects being thrown from the other vehicle. Option C, gusts of wind coming from the passing vehicle. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is Option C, gusts of wind coming from the passing vehicle. Explanation: when being passed, motorcyclists should be careful not to be hit by any part of the passing vehicle, including its mirrors. In addition to the vehicle itself, motorcyclists should also be aware of wind gusts coming from the passing vehicle and potential objects being thrown by a passenger in the vehicle who may not be paying attention to the road. Question 108. At dusk or on overcast days, you should Option A, drive using your four-way flashers. Option B, drive using your parking lights. Option C, not turn on any vehicle lights. Option D, turn on your headlights. The correct answer is Option D, turn on your headlights. Explanation: at dusk or on overcast days, you must turn on your headlights. Dim your lights to their low beam setting when within 1,000 feet of an approaching vehicle and when within 500 feet of a vehicle that you are following. When driving in poor weather, always use your low beams. Question 109. When a curb is painted blank, it indicates fire zone parking restrictions. Option A, blue. Option B, yellow. Option C, white. Option D, red. The correct answer is Option D, red. Explanation: painted curbs indicate parking restrictions. When a curb is painted red, it indicates fire zone parking restrictions. Question 110. If turning to avoid a hazard, Option A, you should brake hard. Option B, you should not brake as it could cause the wheels to lock. Option C, you should turn the wheel very sharply. Option D, you should hold down the brakes until you are past the hazard. The correct answer is option D. You should hold down the brakes until you are past the hazard. Explanation: if you are turning to avoid a hazard, do not apply the brakes while you are turning. This could easily lock the wheels and create a skid. Question 111. What is gross vehicle weight GVW? Option A, the total weight of a vehicle and its load. Option B, the total weight of a vehicle's tractor. Option C, the total weight of a loaded trailer. Option D, the weight of a tractor and trailer before adding in the load. The correct answer is option A, the total weight of a vehicle and its load. Explanation: gross vehicle weight GVW is defined as the total weight of a single vehicle in addition to its load. Question 112. Test the tractor protection valve by Option A, removing the air supply knob. Option B, removing the parking brake control knob. Option C, releasing air with the brake pedal. Option D, releasing air with the gas pedal. The correct answer is option C, releasing air with the brake pedal. Explanation: you should test the tractor protection valve by allowing the air supply to properly charge, turning off the engine, then releasing air from the system by pressing the brake pedal several times. The tractor protection valve should move into its emergency position when side drops to an unsafe level. Question 113. At an uncontrolled intersection, you must: Option A, take the right-of-way cautiously. Option B, wait for other drivers to signal for you to go. Option C, slow down and yield to any vehicle already in the intersection and to the drivers who arrived before you. Option D, speed up and clear the intersection quickly. The correct answer is option C, slow down and yield to any vehicle already in the intersection and to the drivers who arrived before you. Explanation: at an intersection where there is no stop sign, yield sign, or traffic signal, drivers must yield to vehicles in the intersection and to those which arrived first. Question 114. The highway transportation system is made up of Option A, people. Option B, vehicles. Option C, roads. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option B, vehicles. Explanation: the highway transportation system consists of three major components: people, vehicles, and roads. It is a complex system with many diverse elements. Question 115. What does driving intrastate mean? Option A, traveling within a single state. Option B, traveling from one state to another state. Option C, traveling mostly within one state. Option D, a limited access roadway. The correct answer is option A, traveling within a single state. Explanation: intrastate commerce is defined as when you drive a CMV only within a single state, and the cargo you are carrying is not part of a trip that began or will end outside of the state. Question 116. A vehicle equipped with an anti-lock braking system ABS uses a blank light to warn that the system is not working properly. Option A, green. Option B, yellow. Option C, orange. Option D, white. The correct answer is option B, yellow. Explanation: anti-lock braking system ABS malfunction lamps are usually yellow. Even if the ABS isn't working properly, a driver will still have access to the vehicle's usual braking functions. Question 117. When a curb is painted blank, it indicates a handicap parking restriction. Option A, blue. Option B, yellow. Option C, white. Option D, red. The correct answer is option A, blue. Explanation: painted curbs indicate parking restrictions. When a curb is painted blue, it indicates a handicap parking restriction. Question 118. What are the colors of signs that tell you the distance to the next exit on a highway? Option A, yellow with black letters. Option B, black with white letters. Option C, red with white letters. Option D, green with white letters. The correct answer is option D, green with white letters. Explanation: signs providing information about destinations are green with white letters or symbols. Question 119. When approaching a T intersection, drivers. Option A should yield the right-of-way to cross traffic. Option B have the right-of-way. Option C should force their way into traffic. Option D should back up and turn around. The correct answer is option A. Should yield the right-of-way to cross traffic. Explanation. When approaching a T intersection while traveling on the street ending at the intersection, you must stop and yield the right-of-way to vehicles on the crossroad. Only proceed when it is safe to do so. Question 120. Areas of the road that are shaded. Option A usually do not freeze. Option B usually do not contain moisture, so they can't freeze. Option C will remain slick after ice on other areas of the road has melted. Option D should always be avoided. The correct answer is option C. Will remain slick after ice on other areas of the road has melted. Explanation. Because they are exposed to less sunlight, shaded patches of road will stay cooler longer than other areas of the road. Due to the lack of direct sunlight, shady areas can remain icy and slippery after ice on other areas of the road has melted. Question 121. A vehicle displaying a slow-moving vehicle emblem cannot drive faster than Option A, 10 miles per hour. Option B, 15 miles per hour. Option C, 20 miles per hour. Option D, 30 miles per hour. The correct answer is option D, 30 miles per hour. Explanation. An orange and red triangular sign indicates a slow-moving vehicle. A vehicle displaying one of these signs cannot be driven faster than 30 miles per hour. Question 122. Which of the following is true about driving on a wet roadway? Option A. As you drive faster, your tires become less effective. Option B. Water does not affect cars with good tires. Option C. Deep water is less dangerous than shallow water. Option D. As you decrease your speed, the roadway becomes more slippery. The correct answer is option A. As you drive faster, your tires become less effective. Explanation. The faster you drive on a wet roadway, the less effective your tires will be at wiping the water from the road. If your speed becomes excessive enough, your tires will lose their grip on the road entirely and you will begin to hydroplane, that is, to slide down the road on a film of water. Question 123. Drivers who eat and drink while driving. Option A. Make no driving errors. Option B. Have trouble driving slowly. Option C. Are better drivers because they are not hungry. Option D. Have trouble controlling their vehicles. The correct answer is option D. Have trouble controlling their vehicles. Explanation. Choosing to eat, drink, or smoke while driving is dangerous because these actions require a driver to remove their hands from the wheel and their eyes from the road. Drivers who engage in distracting activities while driving have trouble staying in their lanes and controlling their vehicles. Question 124. Larger vehicles have. Option A. Larger blind spots. Option B. Smaller blind spots. Option C. No blind spots. Option D. The same blind spots as smaller vehicles. The correct answer is option A. Larger blind spots. Explanation. The larger the vehicle, the larger the blind spots. Large trucks and SUVs have spots close to their rears that cannot be seen in their side or rear view mirrors. Question 125. Convex mirrors. Option A. Cannot be used on vehicles transporting hazardous materials. Option B. Can replace flat mirrors. Option C. Can be help a driver see a large area. Option D. Are illegal in most states. The correct answer is option B. Can replace flat mirrors. Explanation. Convex mirrors are curved to provide drivers with wider views of the road than can be provided by flat mirrors. However, convex mirrors also make objects appear to be smaller and farther away than they really are. Question 126. While backing, you should. Option A. Rely only on your mirrors. Option B. Flash your lights. Option C. Open your door to see if it is safe to proceed. Option D. Turn your head and look through the rear window. The correct answer is option D. Turn your head and look through the rear window. Explanation. When intending to back up, always check behind your vehicle before getting in. Children and small objects are difficult to see from the driver's seat. While backing, turn your head so you can see through the rear window. Do not depend only on your mirrors or sensors. Question 127. When approaching a curve in the road, drivers should: Option A, immediately accelerate. Option B, continue slowing down until they are driving straight again. Option C, slow down before reaching the curve and accelerate once passing the middle of the curve. Option D, slow down only if the road conditions are less than ideal. The correct answer is option C. Slow down before reaching the curve and accelerate once passing the middle of the curve. Explanation: always slow down before reaching a curve and accelerate only after passing the middle of the curve. If you drive too fast, the tires will not be able to grip the road and your vehicle will skid. Question 128. If another driver is tailgating you, you should: Option A, move into the left lane. Option B, speed up. Option C, increase the space in front of your vehicle. Option D, flash your lights. The correct answer is option C. Increase the space in front of your vehicle. Explanation: if you are being tailgated, it is advisable to open up the space in front of your vehicle, making it easier for the tailgater to get around you. Speeding up may be counterproductive because the driver may continue to tailgate you at the higher speed, only increasing the danger. Question 129. HOV lanes are reserved for: Option A, vehicles with multiple passengers. Option B, motorcycles. Option C, government vehicles. Option D, vehicles with one occupant. The correct answer is option D, vehicles with one occupant. Explanation: HOV stands for high occupancy vehicles. HOV lanes are reserved for vehicles with more than one occupant. Signs indicate how many people must be in the vehicle, as well as the days and hours during which the restriction applies. Question 130. Drive below the posted speed limit when: Option A, you see a police car. Option B, driving on a highway where there are other cars. Option C, anything makes conditions less than perfect. Option D, you are on a 4-lane road. The correct answer is option C. Anything makes conditions less than perfect. Explanation: it is dangerous to drive at a speed too fast for conditions, regardless of the posted speed limit. Anytime conditions are less than perfect, you should adjust your speed and following distance. Question 131. The law gives blank the right of way at intersections. Option A, no one. Option B, drivers turning left. Option C, drivers going straight. Option D, drivers turning right. The correct answer is option D, drivers turning right. Explanation: the law does not give anyone the right of way at intersections, it only says who must yield. Even when one driver is legally required to yield the right of way, if they fail to do so, other drivers are still required to stop or yield as necessary to avoid a crash. Question 132. It is recommended that you take a curve by beginning on the outside of the curve, moving to the inside of the curve, and exiting on the outside of the curve. An alternate option is to: Option A, start on the inside of the curve and drift toward the outside. Option B, start in the center of the curve and stay there until you exit. Option C, weave between all 3 lane positions while taking a curve. Option D, start on the inside of the curve and stay there until you exit. The correct answer is option A. Start on the inside of the curve and drift toward the outside. Explanation: if there is no traffic present, it is recommended that riders take a curve by beginning on the outside of the curve, moving to the inside of the curve, and exiting on the outside of the curve. An alternate option is to start the curve in the center of the lane and remain in the center throughout the curve. Be aware of changing road and traffic conditions and adjust as necessary. Question 133. A solid white line down the center of a 2-lane road indicates: Option A, lanes are moving in opposite directions and drivers are not permitted to pass. Option B, lanes are moving in opposite directions and drivers are permitted to pass when it is safe to do so. Option C, lanes are moving in the same direction and drivers are not permitted to pass. Option D, lanes are moving in the same direction and drivers are permitted to pass when it is safe to do so. The correct answer is option C. Lanes are moving in the same direction and drivers are not permitted to pass. Explanation: white lines are used to separate traffic moving in the same direction. Solid lines indicate that drivers are not permitted to pass. Question 134. When following a car at night, you can see the road more easily by Option A, increasing your following distance and turning off your headlight. Option B, using the headlights of the vehicle ahead. Option C, passing the car and using your high beam. Option D, dropping far back and using your high beam. The correct answer is option C, passing the car and using your high beam. Explanation. When following a car at night, take advantage of the area illuminated by its headlights to help you see as far ahead as possible. Your high beam should not be used when following or meeting a car. Question 135. As you enter an intersection, the traffic light turns yellow. You should: Option A, stop and back up. Option B, accelerate. Option C, stop as quickly as possible. Option D, cautiously pass through the intersection. The correct answer is option A, stop and back up. Explanation. When a traffic light turns yellow, approaching drivers must slow down and stop. If you are already within the intersection, or are so close to the intersection that you cannot stop safely, you may proceed through the intersection with extreme caution. Question 136. When changing lanes, you should not: Option A, check your side and rear view mirrors. Option B, give a turn signal to signal your intentions. Option C, check for other drivers who may be moving into the same lane as you. Option D, use your cell phone to contact the police to determine if the road ahead is clear. The correct answer is option A, check your side and rear view mirrors. Explanation. Before changing lanes, check your side and rear view mirrors for traffic approaching you from behind. Use your turn signal to let other drivers know you plan to change lanes. Check for other drivers who also may be moving into the same lane. Question 137. At an intersection with a stop sign, you should stop and: Option A, check your rear view mirror for cars tailgating. Option B, move when the vehicle ahead of you moves. Option C, look right first, then left, then right again. Option D, look left first, then right, then left again. The correct answer is option D, look left first, then right, then left again. Explanation. When stopped at an intersection, you should first look to your left, as vehicles coming from the left are closer to you than vehicles coming from the right. Look to your right, then look to your left again, in case there are any vehicles coming from that direction that you did not see at first glance. Question 138. On a road which has no sidewalks, a pedestrian should walk on the: Option A, side of the road which has the lightest traffic. Option B, same side of the road on which traffic is moving. Option C, side of the road facing oncoming traffic. Option D, side of the road which has the heaviest traffic. The correct answer is option C, side of the road facing oncoming traffic. Explanation. Pedestrians should walk on the side of the road facing the traffic in the lane nearest them. Question 139. You may drive in a high occupancy vehicle HOV lane if: Option A, you are driving faster than the flow of traffic. Option B, you are driving more slowly than the flow of traffic. Option C, your vehicle has multiple occupants. Option D, you are trying to get somewhere quickly. The correct answer is option C, your vehicle has multiple occupants. Explanation. Some highways reserve the left lane for vehicles with multiple occupants. These high occupancy vehicle HOV lanes are identified by signs and diamond pavement symbols. Question 140. Which of the following are used on some highways to direct drivers into the proper lanes for turning? Option A, flashing red lights. Option B, flashing yellow lights. Option C, white lines on the side of the road. Option D, white arrows in the middle of the lanes. The correct answer is option D, white arrows in the middle of the lanes. Explanation. Arrows may be used to indicate which lanes should be used for specific purposes, such as driving straight or making a turn. Question 141. While driving, your wheels slip off the edge of the road. You should: Option A, jerk the steering wheel to force the vehicle back onto the pavement. Option B, speed up and steer back onto the pavement gradually. Option C, slam on your brakes and stop. Option D, slow down by gently using the brakes. turn the steering wheel to return to the pavement at a safe speed. The correct answer is option D. Slow down by gently using the brakes. Turn the steering wheel to return to the pavement at a safe speed. Explanation: if your vehicle begins to leave the road, continue to drive with the wheels off the pavement and reduce your speed by gently applying the brakes. When at a safe speed, turn the steering wheel to return to the pavement. Do not attempt to force your vehicle back onto the pavement by sharply turning the steering wheel. Question 142. When driving in fog, you should: Option A. Use the windshield wipers. Option B. Use the low beam headlights. Option C. Use the high beam headlights. Option D. Use the heater. The correct answer is option B. Use the low beam headlights. Explanation: while it is best to entirely avoid driving in fog, you should turn on your low beam headlights if you must drive in foggy conditions. Using high beams is a bad idea because the lights will reflect off of the fog and back into your eyes, making the road and its surroundings even more difficult to see. Question 143. Reversible lanes are usually marked with: Option A. Single solid white lines. Option B. Double dashed yellow lines. Option C. Single dashed white lines. Option D. Single solid yellow lines. The correct answer is option B. Double dashed yellow lines. Explanation: some travel lanes are designed to carry traffic in one direction at certain times and in the opposite direction at other times. These lanes are usually marked by double dashed yellow lines. Question 144. Starting in which year were newly manufactured trailers required to have ABS? Option A. 1972. Option B. 1987. Option C. 1998. Option D. 2004. The correct answer is option C. 1998. Explanation: all trailers and converter dollies manufactured on or after March 1, 1998 must be equipped with anti-lock braking systems ABS. Question 145. When driving in bad weather, drivers should: Option A. Increase their speed to reach their final destination more quickly. Option B. Decrease their following distance. Option C. Increase their following distance. Option D. None of the above. The correct answer is option C. Increase their following distance. Explanation: when driving on wet roads, drivers should increase their following distance. Question 146. A leaking exhaust system can: Option A. Cause excessive oil use. Option B. Require your vehicle to have a tune-up sooner than normal. Option C. Make you drowsy while driving. Option D. Set grass fires on country roads. The correct answer is option C. Make you drowsy while driving. Explanation: the exhaust system helps remove toxic gases, reduce the noise, and cool the hot gases coming from a running engine. Fumes from a leaky exhaust system can cause death in a very short time. They can also make you drowsy while driving. Question 147. In general, the body gets rid of almost blank per hour. Option A. 1 drink. Option B. 2 drinks. Option C. 3 drinks. Option D. 4 drinks. The correct answer is option A. 1 drink. Explanation: on average, a person's body can eliminate the alcohol content of about 1 drink per hour. Question 148. Pull out the trailer air supply control to test. Option A. The parking brake. Option B. The trailer emergency brakes. Option C. The trailer service brakes. Option D. The landing gear. The correct answer is option B. The trailer emergency brakes. Explanation: be sure to test the trailer emergency brakes before beginning a trip. After ensuring that the trailer rolls freely, you can test the emergency brakes by pulling out the trailer air supply control or placing it in the emergency position. Pull forward slightly with the tractor and make sure the trailer does not move. Question 149. If your front wheel skids as a result of braking, you should: Option A. Keep the front brake engaged. Option B. Release the front brake immediately and reapply the brake smoothly. Option C. Release the front brake and only use the rear brake. Option D. Release both brakes and coast to a stop. The correct answer is option B. Release the front brake immediately and reapply the brake smoothly. Explanation: if your front wheel locks as a result of braking, you should release the front brake immediately and reapply the brake smoothly. Question 150. If a green arrow turns into a solid green light, you Option A, may still turn, but you must yield to oncoming traffic. Option B, may no longer turn and must proceed straight. Option C, still have the right of way to turn. Option D, no longer have to turn in the direction that the arrow indicated. The correct answer is option A. May still turn, but you must yield to oncoming traffic. Explanation: if a green arrow turns into a solid green light, you may still turn in the direction that the arrow was pointing, but you must first yield to pedestrians and oncoming traffic. Question 151. The effect that alcohol has on your reflexes and judgment. Option A is less pronounced when consuming beer instead of wine. Option B is less pronounced when consuming wine instead of beer. Option C is most pronounced when consuming hard ciders and mixed drinks. Option D depends on the amount of alcohol in your bloodstream. The correct answer is option D. Depends on the amount of alcohol in your bloodstream. Explanation: consuming any type of alcohol can have negative effects on your reflexes and judgment. It does not matter which type of alcohol is consumed, only how much alcohol has entered a person's bloodstream. Question 152. When a funeral procession is present, blank has the right of way. Option A, another driver. Option B, a pedestrian. Option C, the funeral procession. Option D, a bicyclist. The correct answer is option C, the funeral procession. Explanation: drivers, pedestrians, and bicyclists must yield the right of way to funeral processions. When the lead vehicle enters an intersection, the remaining vehicles in the funeral procession may follow through the intersection regardless of traffic control devices. Question 153. If an aggressive driver cuts you off, you should: Option A, call the police immediately. Option B, stay calm and move out of the aggressive driver's way. Option C, flash your vehicle's lights to let the aggressive driver know he is wrong. Option D, use a driving action of your own to get back at the aggressive driver. The correct answer is option B. Stay calm and move out of the aggressive driver's way. Explanation: if an aggressive driver cuts you off on the roadway, stay calm and get out of their way. Trying to get even with an aggressive driver risks escalating the situation and increasing the danger. Question 154. When turning left, drivers must yield the right of way to: Option A, other drivers who are already in the intersection. Option B, oncoming traffic. Option C, pedestrians who are already in the intersection. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option A, other drivers who are already in the intersection. Explanation: when turning left, drivers must yield the right of way to oncoming traffic. Drivers must also always yield the right of way to pedestrians, bicyclists, and other drivers who are already in the intersection. Question 155. When two vehicles enter an intersection from different highways at the same time, which vehicle must yield the right of way? Option A, either one. Option B, the vehicle on the left. Option C, the vehicle on the right. Option D, neither. The correct answer is option C, the vehicle on the right. Explanation: at intersections that are controlled by signs or signals and at intersections that are uncontrolled, the driver on the left must yield the right of way to the driver on the right when two vehicles arrive to the intersection at the same time. Question 156. If your car starts to skid, turn your steering wheel. Option A, to keep the front wheels straight. Option B, in the direction you want the vehicle to go. Option C, in the opposite direction of the skid. Option D, in any direction. It doesn't matter. The correct answer is option B, in the direction you want the vehicle to go. Explanation: if your vehicle goes into a skid, you should turn the steering wheel in the direction you want the vehicle to go. As soon as the vehicle begins to straighten out, turn the steering wheel back the other way. Question 157. About blank of all traffic fatalities involve alcohol. Option A, 60%. Option B, 38%. Option C, 24%. Option D, 10%. The correct answer is option B, 38%. Explanation: drinking and driving is both illegal and dangerous. About 38% of all traffic fatalities involve alcohol. Question 158. Front wheel braking works. Option A, only unpacked snow. Option B, under all conditions. Option C, only if the road is dry. Option D, under most conditions. The correct answer is option B, under all conditions. Explanation: front wheel braking is effective under all road conditions. It is unlikely that you will experience a front wheel skid, even on ice. Question 159. It is unlawful to: Option A, pass a school bus that is using its flashing red lights and has its stop arm extended. Option B, pass within 100 feet of any intersection. Option C, pass within 100 feet of any railroad crossing. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option C, pass within 100 feet of any railroad crossing. Explanation: there are a number of situations where it is unlawful for drivers to pass. Drivers may not pass a school bus that is loading or unloading children. Passing is prohibited within 100 feet of a railroad crossing, within 100 feet of an intersection, and within any other designated no passing zone. Question 160. You do not need to stop your vehicle for a frozen dessert truck when: Option A, it shows flashing red lights. Option B, it shows a stop signal arm. Option C, a person is crossing the roadway to or from the frozen dessert truck. Option D, driving on a dual highway if you're on the opposite side of a safety island or median. The correct answer is option D, driving on a dual highway if you're on the opposite side of a safety island or median. Explanation: if an ice cream or frozen dessert truck is flashing its red lights and posting a stop signal arm, you must stop and drive past at no more than 15 miles per hour, unless you are driving on a dual highway on the opposite side of a safety island or raised median. Question 161. What does a lane control signal with a green arrow above a reversible lane indicate? Option A, the signal is about to change to a red X. Option B, drivers should not drive in this lane. Option C, drivers may use this lane only to make a left turn. Option D, drivers may drive normally in this lane. The correct answer is option D, drivers may drive normally in this lane. Explanation: lane control signals are used when the direction of the flow of traffic in a specific lane changes throughout the day. They are used to show which lanes of traffic are open and closed, as well as to show if toll booths are open or closed. When a lane control signal contains a green arrow, drivers may drive normally in the indicated lane. Question 162. When entering a turn, a rider should: Option A, speed up. Option B, reduce their speed. Option C, move their shoulders to match the angle of the turn. Option D, sit up as high as possible. The correct answer is option B, reduce their speed. Explanation: before entering a turn, a motorcyclist should reduce their speed by closing the throttle and, if necessary, applying both brakes. Question 163. As you near an intersection, the traffic light changes from green to yellow. Your best action is to: Option A, speed up to beat the red light. Option B, apply the brakes sharply to stop. Option C, be prepared to stop in the center of the intersection. Option D, be prepared to stop before the intersection. The correct answer is option A, speed up to beat the red light. Explanation: a steady yellow traffic light indicates that the light will soon change to red. You should be prepared to stop for the red light, if it is safe to do so. Question 164. If another driver cuts you off in traffic, you should: Option A, pull next to the driver and yell at them. Option B, let it go. Option C, flash your high beams at the driver. Option D, get back at the other driver by cutting them off. The correct answer is option B, let it go. Explanation: to avoid the dangers of road rage, you should never take it personally if another driver cuts you off in traffic. Just let it go and continue driving safely. Question 165. To change lanes you should: Option A, check your mirrors and signal, then change lanes. Option B, signal, check your mirrors, check your blind spot in the direction you plan to move, then change lanes. Option C, signal, check your mirrors, and change lanes. Option D, signal and change lanes. The correct answer is option B. Signal, check your mirrors, check your blind spot in the direction you plan to move, then change lanes. Explanation. Before changing lanes, you should activate your turn signal in the appropriate direction and check your rear view and side mirrors. Look over your shoulder in the direction you plan to move in order to check your blind spot and check the far lane to be sure no one else is trying to enter the same lane as you. Change lanes when you are sure it is safe to do so. Question 166. You may not park within blank of a crosswalk. Option A, 20 feet. Option B, 30 feet. Option C, 35 feet. Option D, 45 feet. The correct answer is option A, 20 feet. Explanation. Drivers should not park within 20 feet of a crosswalk. Drivers should only park where it is legal to do so and where other drivers can clearly see their stopped vehicle. Question 167. A red flashing traffic light has the same meaning as A. Option A, solid red light. Option B, stop sign. Option C, yield sign. Option D, caution sign. The correct answer is option B, stop sign. Explanation. A red flashing traffic signal has the same meaning as a stop sign. When approaching a red flashing signal, come to a complete stop and proceed when it is safe to do so. A stop sign may sometimes also be posted where this signal is located. Question 168. When a truck driver behind you wants to pass your vehicle. Option A, your speed should remain steady or decrease. Option B, you should stop. Option C, you should change lanes. Option D, your speed should increase. The correct answer is option D. Your speed should increase. Explanation. When a truck passes your vehicle, you will make it easier and safer for the truck driver if you reduce your speed slightly, and then keep your reduced speed steady. In any event, do not increase your speed while the truck is passing you. Question 169. When is it permissible to text while driving? Option A, at any time when the driver is under age 18. Option B, at any time when the driver is age 18 or older. Option C, if the driver can send a text without looking at their phone. Option D, only in emergencies. The correct answer is option C, if the driver can send a text without looking at their phone. Explanation. Drivers may not use a cell or mobile telephone for text messaging while driving, unless it is in an emergency. Looking away from the road for any amount of time increases the possibility of a collision. Question 170. After an emergency vehicle passes you with its siren on, you must. Option A, drive closely behind the emergency vehicle. Option B, drive as quickly as the emergency vehicle. Option C, avoid driving closer than 500 feet behind the emergency vehicle. Option D, drive very slowly near the curb. The correct answer is option C, avoid driving closer than 500 feet behind the emergency vehicle. Explanation. When you resume driving again after being passed by an emergency vehicle, you must remain at least 500 feet behind it. Question 171. The most common color of warning signs is Option A, red. Option B, yellow. Option C, green. Option D, blue. The correct answer is option B, yellow. Explanation. Most warning signs are diamond-shaped and yellow with black markings. These signs warn drivers about unexpected conditions that may not be readily apparent. Question 172. When merging onto a freeway, it is usually best to Option A, proceed slowly while waiting for an opening. Option B, accelerate to a speed that is faster than the speed of traffic. Option C, turn on your hazard lights until safely on the freeway. Option D, accelerate to the speed of freeway traffic. The correct answer is option D, accelerate to the speed of freeway traffic. Explanation. When entering a freeway, use the on-ramp to accelerate to the speed of freeway traffic so you can blend in smoothly and safely. Entering traffic must yield to traffic already on the freeway. Question 173. Your tire blows out while you are driving. You should. Option A, slam on your brakes. Option B, hold your steering wheel tightly and slow to a stop. Option C. Keep driving normally. Option D. Turn on your emergency flashers and continue driving. The correct answer is option A. Slam on your brakes. Explanation. If you experience a tire blowout, do not immediately apply the brakes. Grip the steering wheel firmly and steer to remain in your traffic lane. Reduce your speed gradually by releasing the accelerator and staying off the brakes. Once you are moving very slowly, apply the brakes lightly and pull off the road into a safe area. Question 174. If you are involved in an accident and the accident scene is not readily visible to oncoming traffic, you should: Option A. Have someone warn approaching traffic. Option B. Let oncoming traffic watch out for themselves. Option C. Let the police handle everything. Option D. Assume other drivers will have heard the crash. The correct answer is option A. Have someone warn approaching traffic. Explanation. If you are involved in an accident and the accident scene is not readily visible to oncoming traffic, you should warn oncoming traffic. Have someone warn approaching drivers to prevent further damage. Keep a flashlight and flares in your vehicle for emergency use. Question 175. If you are unable to get a good view of cross traffic when stopped at an intersection controlled by a stop sign, you should: Option A. Wait 5 seconds, then proceed. Option B. Sound your horn before proceeding. Option C. Put down your windows, listen for traffic, and then proceed. Option D. Pull forward slowly, check for traffic and pedestrians, and proceed when clear. The correct answer is option D. Pull forward slowly, check for traffic and pedestrians, and proceed when clear. Explanation. When stopped at a stop sign where you cannot see cross traffic, yield to any pedestrians and then carefully pull forward past the stop line until you can see clearly. Check for traffic and pedestrians. Go ahead when the intersection is clear. Question 176. You may drive across a dashed white line. Option A. At any time. Option B. Only during daylight hours. Option C. When it is safe to change lanes. Option D. Only when passing a motorcycle. The correct answer is option C. When it is safe to change lanes. Explanation. Traffic lanes moving in the same direction are separated by broken white lines. You may cross over dashed lines to pass if it is safe to do so. Question 177. You may pass another vehicle. Option A. In a curve or on a hill because the chance is small that another vehicle is coming. Option B. By using the shoulder of the highway. Option C. If your lane is next to a solid yellow line and the passing lane is clear ahead. Option D. None of the above. The correct answer is option A. In a curve or on a hill because the chance is small that another vehicle is coming. Explanation. You may not pass another vehicle on a hill or in a curve because you cannot see oncoming traffic and may cause a collision. Never pass another vehicle by driving onto the shoulder of a highway. Passing another vehicle by driving over a solid yellow line is prohibited. Question 178. When checking your tires during a pre-trip inspection, you should look for all of the following, except: Option A. Improper air pressure. Option B. Cuts. Option C. Valve stems without caps. Option D. Mismatched tire sizes. The correct answer is option D. Mismatched tire sizes. Explanation. When inspecting your tires for problems, you should check for air pressure that is too low or too high, cuts or other damage on the tires, and mismatched tire sizes. Question 179. To reduce the effects of headlight glare at night, you should look: Option A. Straight ahead. Option B. Over your shoulder. Option C. At the center of the road. Option D. To the right edge of the road. The correct answer is option D. To the right edge of the road. Explanation. If oncoming drivers do not dim their headlights for you, keep your eyes on the right side of the road ahead. Do not look directly at the oncoming headlights because the glare may blind you for several seconds. Question 180. Stop lines are solid white lines painted across traffic lanes. Option A. In curves and on hills. Option B. Next to churches and schools. Option C. At intersections and pedestrian crosswalks. Option D. On freeway on maps. The correct answer is option C. At intersections and pedestrian crosswalks. Explanation. Stop lines are solid white lines painted across traffic lanes at intersections and pedestrian crosswalks. They indicate the exact location at which approaching drivers must stop. Question 181. When making normal stops, you should: Option A. Use only the rear brake. Option B. Use only the front brake. Option C. Use both the front and rear brakes. Option D. Alternate between the front and rear brakes. The correct answer is option C. Use both the front and rear brakes. Explanation: make it a habit to always use both brakes when slowing or stopping, even for normal, non-emergency stops. Question 182. What should you do when confronted with an aggressive driver? Option A. Make eye contact. Option B. Try to stay in the other driver's way. Option C. Ignore their gestures. Option D. Have a conversation. The correct answer is option A. Make eye contact. Explanation: if confronted by an aggressive driver, the most important thing for you to do is get out of their way. Avoid making eye contact, do not challenge them by increasing your speed, and do not let yourself be provoked by any angry gestures they direct toward you. Question 183. When carrying a sealed load, the driver: Option A. Should inspect the contents. Option B. Should ensure the weight of the cargo does not violate weight limits. Option C. Must go through each container. Option D. Should unseal the load to ensure safety. The correct answer is option B. Should ensure the weight of the cargo does not violate weight limits. Explanation: while a driver cannot inspect sealed loads, they can still ensure that the load does not exceed gross weight and axle weight limits. Question 184. With a properly adjusted mirror, you can see: Option A. Only the lane beside you. Option B. Only the lane behind you. Option C. The lane behind you and part of the lane next to you. Option D. Everything behind and to the side of your motorcycle. The correct answer is option A. Only the lane beside you. Explanation: you should adjust your mirrors so you can see the lane behind you and as much as possible of the lane next to you. Properly adjusted mirrors are an important part of remaining aware of your surroundings while on the road. Question 185. When approaching a traffic signal displaying a steady yellow arrow, drivers: Option A. Should merge into a lane in the direction of the arrow. Option B. Should slow to a stop, if it is safe to do so. Option C. May turn left after yielding to oncoming traffic and pedestrians. Option D. Have the right of way and may expect oncoming traffic to stop for them. The correct answer is option A. Should merge into a lane in the direction of the arrow. Explanation: a steady yellow arrow indicates that a red arrow is about to appear. Stop unless you are already within the intersection. Question 186. The trailer hand valve should be used: Option A. To accelerate in rural areas. Option B. Only to test the trailer brakes. Option C. Together with the brake pedal. Option D. On slippery surfaces. The correct answer is option B. Only to test the trailer brakes. Explanation: the trailer hand valve, also called the trolley valve or Johnson bar, is used to work the trailer brakes. It should be used only to test the brakes. Using it while a vehicle is in motion could cause a skid. Question 187. When driving through a work zone, it is a good safety practice to: Option A. Drive closely to the vehicle in front of you to keep traffic flowing freely. Option B. Shorten your usual following distance by about 1/2. Option C. Turn on your cruise control. Option D. Double your usual following distance. The correct answer is option D. Double your usual following distance. Explanation: the most common type of crash in work zones is the rear-end collision. To avoid this hazard, it is recommended that you double your following distance as you approach a work zone. Question 188. What are the consequences of driving under the influence of alcohol or other drugs? Option A. Possible imprisonment. Option B. A mandatory fine. Option C. Driver license revocation. Option D. All of these choices. The correct answer is option C. Driver license revocation. Explanation: driving under the influence can be punished by a fine, jail sentence, and/or suspension or revocation of your license. Question 189. Highway markings. Option A are usually not important. Option B are only found in construction zones. Option C provide information for drivers. Option D are usually red and blue in color. The correct answer is option C. Provide information for drivers. Explanation. Highway markings provide information for drivers. Markings help drivers correctly position their vehicles on roadways, inform drivers of safe passing zones, and warn drivers about upcoming conditions. Question 190. A red and white triangular sign at an intersection means. Option A. Slow down if an emergency vehicle is approaching. Option B. Look both ways as you cross the intersection. Option C. Always come to a full stop at the intersection. Option D. Slow down and be prepared to stop if necessary. The correct answer is option D. Slow down and be prepared to stop if necessary. Explanation. A triangular red and white yield sign means that you must decrease speed as you approach an intersection and yield the right-of-way to any vehicles or pedestrians in the intersection. You must be prepared to stop if conditions require it. Question 191. If two vehicles arrive to an uncontrolled intersection at the same time. Option A. The largest vehicle has the right-of-way. Option B. The car on the left has the right-of-way. Option C. The car on the left shall yield to the car on the right. Option D. The car on the right shall yield to the car on the left. The correct answer is option C. The car on the left shall yield to the car on the right. Explanation. If two vehicles arrive at the same time to an uncontrolled intersection, the driver on the left must yield to the driver on the right. The driver on the left may then proceed when it is safe to do so. Question 192. A hand valve can be used to. Option A. Add fuel to a vehicle. Option B. Prevent a truck from rolling backwards when starting from a stop. Option C. Check the oil. Option D. Load cargo. The correct answer is option B. Prevent a truck from rolling backwards when starting from a stop. Explanation. If a tractor-trailer is equipped with a trailer brake hand valve, the hand valve can be applied to keep the vehicle from rolling backwards when the vehicle is started from a stop. Question 193. You are waiting to turn left at a multi-lane intersection and opposing traffic is blocking your view. You should. Option A. Accelerate rapidly when the first lane you need to cross is clear. Option B. Wait until you can see all the lanes you need to cross before going ahead with your turn. Option C. Wait for an oncoming driver to wave you across the intersection. Option D. Edge your car into each lane of opposing traffic as soon as it clears. The correct answer is option B. Wait until you can see all the lanes you need to cross before going ahead with your turn. Explanation. You should never start a left turn until you can see that all the lanes you need to cross are clear and that you can safely make the turn. Question 194. Road rage and aggressive driving may be reduced by. Option A. Allowing extra travel time. Option B. Obeying posted speed limits. Option C. Using proper turn signals. Option D. All of the above. The correct answer is option B. Obeying posted speed limits. Explanation. As an increasing number of drivers populate the roadways, road rage becomes more prevalent. To help prevent road rage, a driver should use proper turn signals, obey posted speed limits, and allow plenty of travel time. Question 195. A slow-moving vehicle emblem is required to be displayed on all vehicles that are designed to operate at a speed of blank or lower. Option A. 25 miles per hour. Option B. 35 miles per hour. Option C. 50 miles per hour. Option D. 70 miles per hour. The correct answer is option A. 25 miles per hour. Explanation. Slow-moving vehicles are required to display slow-moving vehicle emblems. A vehicle is considered to be slow-moving if it is built to drive at speeds of 25 miles per hour or slower. Question 196. When should drivers drive across or park on a median? Option A. When they need to rest. Option B. When they need to make a phone call. Option C. When they want to turn around. Option D. They should never drive into a median. The correct answer is option D. They should never drive into a median. Explanation. Never drive across or park on a median. It is unsafe to do so. Question 197. In which of the following situations is passing always forbidden? Option A, the vehicle ahead is making a left turn. Option B, you are on a one-way street which has 2 lanes. Option C, the vehicle ahead is stopped for a pedestrian in a crosswalk. Option D, the vehicle ahead is going to park parallel to the curb. The correct answer is option C. The vehicle ahead is stopped for a pedestrian in a crosswalk. Explanation: you must never pass a vehicle that has stopped at a crosswalk to allow a pedestrian to go across. Question 198. When participating in a zipper merge near a construction zone, drivers should: Option A, merge as early as possible. Option B, change lanes immediately. Option C, stay in their lane until the point of merge. Option D, force their way into traffic. The correct answer is option C. Stay in their lane until the point of merge. Explanation: the driving procedure to follow when you see a lane closed ahead sign is to stay in your initial lane up to the point of merge. You should then take turns with other drivers to safely and smoothly ease into the remaining lane. Question 199. In a slow, tight turn, you should: Option A, lean the motorcycle only and keep your body straight. Option B, keep the motorcycle straight and lean your body. Option C, lean both the motorcycle and your body. Option D, not lean either your body or the motorcycle. The correct answer is option A. Lean the motorcycle only and keep your body straight. Explanation: in a normal turn, the motorcycle and rider should lean together. However, in a slow, tight turn, the motorcycle should lean while the rider keeps their body straight up to counterbalance. Question 200. What is sleep debt? Option A, when you fall behind on sleep. Option B, when you want to take a nap. Option C, excess sleep. Option D, the amount of time it takes to get ready to drive after sleeping. The correct answer is option A, when you fall behind on sleep. Explanation: you can build up a debt of sleep if you do not sleep for adequate amounts of time. You can only catch up on the time that you owe by getting more sleep.